President Trump paid El Salvador $6 million to house 252 Venezuelan migrants in what's being called a forced disappearance. And they were housed in the country's notorious terrorism confinement center, or CECOT, for 4 months.
Most of these migrants didn't have a criminal history, and they weren't even given a trial before they were sent to CECOT. And I think a lot of us are asking, how is this even possible?
To lay the ground of what the U.S. government has as an obligation. Of course, there's no human right to open borders, but there's a very clear obligations that the U.S. government does have, and that in these cases have been very clearly violated. People have a right, an asylum claim, if they believe that they have been persecuted. These were people that had been politically persecuted by the Maduro regime in Venezuela that were fleeing that persecution. And they never had a chance by the U.S. government to present that asylum. And then the second obligation is that the U.S. government cannot send people back to a place where they can be tortured.
We know Trump is kind of using this Alien Enemies Act, which is, as we understand, this was not the purpose of its creation. So do you think he's using this improperly?
Certainly a misuse. This is a law that was designed in principle for a state of war, which is certainly not the case in the US. So interpreting the Foreign Aliens Act without understanding that the US does have these obligations regarding migrants that are fleeing persecution, that could fear torture, it goes against its own international obligations.